out though. Join us. Don't let this video. This video is just for us. You know what I'm saying,
Just
bro?
us. Yeah.
I'm in my tank top, freaking like.
You're beach ready, dog.
I'm beach ready, and I'm losing my mind, bro. You know, like this is just I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, bro. We're just trying to get it done, you know. Like it's been a long week, bro. Yeah, you know, I'm glad you could see me. You could see me. You could see the stress in my eyes.
I see those bags, dog.
You see the bags, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm saying, so I'm thinking that we can do. Hold him up. Hold him up.
Hold him up.
Go Loser Ranger.
Go Loser Ranger.
Shoot, I don't even. Hey, as busy as I am, I don't even know how I watch any of this, bro.
Yeah.
It's because we're going out of town. We're going out of town next week, and I'm having to get like all my work done. You know, like
everything. Yeah.
Everything. You know, and then on top of that, grown man stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Grown man
like,
stuff.
I gotta mow the lawn. I gotta mow the lawn, bro. I gotta trim the trees.
Everything.
I gotta finish my taxes. Yeah, that's right.
Taxes.
This way ain't even in tax season anymore. Still, and I'm still having to.
Still gotta do it. Let's see.
Still got it.
Let me check something real quick. Let's see. Man, I think Apple's trying to get me to update or get a new phone because my phone's been lagging.
Yeah. Lacking, bro. You lacking.
Like, I'll try to do some stuff and it'll be like, get a little laggy.
Is it full?
Like,
Is it?
It's like.
Did you have like any space left on your phone?
No, I still got space, but I think it's the SE, the second generation one, which came out in like
12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Dang, dude, how am I able to see you? This is crazy. I thought you were on the Samsung, bro.
So I think it's getting to that point where it's like, hey, I'm gonna force you to update.
Yeah, they know. I heard something like they say 7 years. 7 years, they go, it's obsolete. Like, if it's 7 years old, then we're moving on.
Moving on. It's no more updates.
No more updates. Yeah.
No updating. All right. Let's see. I got my notes. All right.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think I got most of my stuff.
I got my water.
Yeah. Got the drink.
Got my headphones.
My concussion.
We're doing this later than usual, so I might be a little delirious, you know, like, because everything's crazy. Like, just think, Kanye West on Elon Musk, you know, how Kanye West will say some stuff, and you go, how much does the Earth cost, Elon? I'm going to buy the Earth.
I'm going to buy the Earth.
I'm on that level.
Does Bezos own it? Tell Bezos.
Tell him I want to buy the Earth. I'm gonna be saying some delirious things, so get ready to be on that beeping button, bro. The censor button. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. So, go Ranger. All right. Here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Podcast. It's me, Joined with my co-host Sal, and we are here to bring you some more anime, guys.
Yeah, and you know what? They won't know this, but this is the first time you and I can see each other.
Yeah, from the times we haven't recorded in the same space, it's the first time we can actually see each other. So now I don't know where to look. I'm used to looking at my notes, but I got like
I can see you trying not to look at me.
Yeah.
I'm here, Joe Angel. Look me in the eyes, bro.
Look me in the eye.
I.
All right, guys, and forgot to mention last Monday was Memorial Day. I forgot about that.
Oh.
It's like I don't know. Let's see what we had. We had Mother's Day. I remember that, and then we got Memorial Day today, and I think here in like 3 weeks it's gonna be Father's Day. And then I think I got so much stuff going on. Like this month is just a bunch of stuff for me
Just
going on.
jam
Just with
packed.
holiday. And then I got like I got a lot of birthdays, especially
Oh,
my dad and my
hey.
brother's birthdays are back to back.
Oh, snap. Are you traveling for those? Or are you just gonna be
Probably for my
sending
brothers.
gifts?
Yeah.
I know how you like to do it up for Memorial Day too, Joanne. Like you go all out
Hey,
for Memorial Day.
go
You know what I'm saying? Like
crazy, dog.
talking tacos, talking fireworks, talking more tacos.
People think it's for people think I think it's 4th of July. Like you still got a whole nother week for that.
You don't even know how to.
You know,
They don't know how you do it. Actually, I don't
they
even know
don't
how.
know, dog.
We just celebrate Memorial Day by not working. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we don't work.
that's how I celebrate any holiday, dude. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about? Like, I'm
man,
talking Flag Day, not working.
not work,
Winter solstice,
not
get
working.
me out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'm
So I got a
quitting.
calendar with all the holidays I could get, so I could be
Uh
like,
huh.
all right,
Put
what's not working, not working, not working, not working.
put put an X on it. Put an
Put an
X
X
on
on
Kwanzaa. I don't know what Kwanzaa is,
it.
but I'm taking it off.
Taking it off. Oh, speaking of
uh,
taking it off, how about we tell the people why we took off on this podcast?
Anime Me is a podcast that's here to teach you how to love anime. Boom.
Boom,
That's it.
got it.
You know what
That's
I'm
it.
saying? And, I don't
Teaching.
know anything about it, and I refuse to learn anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I like refuse to learn anything about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone tries to tell me something like, "Hey, you know what you need to do," and you're like, "I'm not listening. I ain't listening."
As soon as they handed me that diploma, I was done learning.
Yeah, I'm done learning. I'm done. Don't try to teach me anything. I'm learning the hard way, son. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sorry.
I leave all the lights off. I trip over everything in my
We're gonna.
house at night. I haven't
So,
learned that I should turn
haven't
the
learned.
lights on. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do
Get it.
it. But
Oh,
Joey, you are learning me to love anime, and
yeah.
this one is a good one. Do we already tell the
Hey,
people what we're
good
watching
one.
today? What you
We
tell them what we're
haven't
watching?
told. Today we are watching Go Go Loser Ranger. Guys.
When you sent me that, I was like, "What am I in for, dude? This is my jam."
Dude.
Just the name, the title alone, I'm like, I'm in for it.
Loser? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all
Go?
about it.
We
Go,
going? Where we
I
going?
love it. Here we go.
Love it.
Rangers,
That's
I love the Rangers. I'm
Ranger.
from
Yeah.
Texas, baby.
Yeah.
It's everything I ever wanted in a
Everything
show.
ever wanted.
And you know what else I love about this show? The shortest synopsis ever, by the way.
Shortest one ever, guys.
By the way, here's my pencil, Joe Angel. Like I
We're-
told you, look, it ain't up to me.
Right.
It's up to this pencil.
It's what
Okay,
the
I
pencil.
do my best to stay sharp, and this pencil needs to do its best to stay sharp.
Yeah.
I ain't
The,
sharpening this. You sharpen
the
yourself.
synopsis is only as long as the pencil lasts.
Once this pencil is done,
That's
podcast
it.
is over. So
Over.
we finale down to the eraser. You know what I'm saying? The little metal part.
Down to the eraser.
I'm getting it all the
Uh,
way down to there, and we call it a show. All right, let me
yeah.
give us a synopsis because
All right.
I love how short this is. Tired of Sunday Showdown. Oh, wait, tired of. Well, let me see here. Golly, dude, it's so short.
It's so
I can't
short.
even do it.
Can't even
Yeah,
say
I'm adding a word to this synopsis. Yeah, I'm writing it in right now. Make it better. All right.
as we speak.
Tired of the Sunday Showdown charade, Fighter D decides to defeat the Rangers for the. Oh my gosh, dude! Well, I'm losing words here. Decides to defeat. We're doing this in real time, baby.
You read that?
Decides to defeat the Rangers for real this time.
For reals.
All right, Fighter D.
Fighter D.
There's no exposition. It's just like happening. The show's in, and there's. I'm trying to think how it starts. Oh, I know how it starts. It's awesome, dude. They're like, right? They show off.
Yeah.
The beginning of it is a show off of like how good this animation
Yeah.
style is. Like it's so clean. It's like
So
crisp.
clean,
Like
crisp.
they show the red Power Ranger shows up.
Yeah.
Bang. Green
It's all
Ranger.
the Power Rangers, all
Boom.
doing the
Yellow
stance, the
Ranger.
famous
Red Ranger.
stance.
I mean, they're all doing the stances, right? They
I
got
don't know if they're
capes.
fighting or step dancing.
And they do look like a dance crew.
Yeah.
They do look like, hey, the
They
Jabberwockies.
taking all the Jabberwockies out who they fighting today.
Yeah, they are Jabberwockies. Oh
Dude,
snap!
the
The bad
costumes.
guys.
Bro,
Oh, dude,
hey,
I
this is
love the
it.
way this is drawn. I love the way it's drawn. I love the way that these what do they call them? They're the Dragon Ranger Force.
Yeah, it's the Divine Dragon Ranger.
Divine Dragon Rangers, and they kind of introduce themselves, and they're like, "Look at us, we're bad to the bone." But like, gosh, dude, like it looks so good. I don't know if we've seen an anime that looks quite
Like
as
it's
crisp,
super like crisp, clean. Like there's
smooth.
like it's super smooth. Like
I think that's what I
even
wrote down the
yeah,
most. Smooth.
smooth. They're smooth criminals.
They are smooth
And
criminals.
later we find out they are criminals.
Oh snap, bro! I mean, we show up and they're like, well, at first we show up to these three characters who are kind of wanting the Dragon Force. Wait, the Dragon Force. I'm gonna just call them Dragon
Yeah,
Force.
yes,
Wait,
Dragon Force.
that's a band, isn't it?
The
The guys
band,
that
the
do
band.
the
Hey,
guitar.
that's what it
Yeah,
is. It's the jam,
Dragon
man.
Force is they're
They're
looking
playing
for
through the
new
fire and
guitars.
flames on extreme difficulty right
Oh,
now.
dude. Oh snap! Just setting
It's
Twitch on fire, son.
on fire.
They're recruiting and they're
Yeah.
looking for new recruits to be on the Dragon Force. And these three kids are kind of like they're talking about going to watch this Sunday Showdown, which
Yeah.
I'm not terribly confused. I had to watch it twice, Joey and Joe.
Yeah.
I had to watch it twice. The first time I just watched it, I didn't take any notes. I'm like, I'm just gonna because I
Just
saw
gonna
that it
watch it.
was no dub, right?
No, no. We'll get into that
Bruh.
later.
Okay, okay. So I'm like, well, it looks like I'm watching this twice. Because I'm gonna watch the way it looks, and then
Yeah.
the second one I'm gonna read it. You know what I'm saying? I had to split it up, bro.
You're gonna
I
split
gotta
it.
split it. I gotta split it up. You know what I'm saying? Read some of it,
Right.
watch some of
Attention
it.
span only lasts so long, man.
Yeah, dude. Then those captions are going too fast. I
Dude,
wish that there was a way to slow them down, or like put them in like a scroll. Have them scrolling. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
scroll
Like
down.
you know, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're just like they show up and then they're gone. They show up and then they're gone, and I'm like, I don't know what he just said right there. I mean, he's angry
Like
about something.
yeah. Like this whole thing it gives off My Hero Academia vibes. Like with the
Yeah,
way it's set up, it's almost like okay, they're like people are trying to be heroes, they want to be heroes. So it has like a super My Hero Academia vibe to it.
it does. It really does, and it also has what's the other vibe I got from it? You know, it's extremely like it seems serious at the beginning,
Yeah.
you know, and then they pull the okey doke on you.
The old Okie doke man
The
always
old
comes
okey
in.
doke. But we're like in a stadium and there's these monsters and the fighter people, these they're the good it's like good guys against bad guys and they're kind of
Yeah,
setting this all up and come to find out it's not for real. Like
it's not.
it's
It's
like
all show.
it's wrestling, bro. It's
It's wrestling.
WWE.
It's
You
wrestling
know
come
what
to
I'm
life.
saying?
It's
It's
it's the Iron Claw movie. They're telling us how it is.
oh hey, no spoilers,
Hey,
Joe. Enjoy. Hadn't seen it yet, bro.
bro, you
But
gotta
I'm gonna
watch
get
it.
on it. I'm
You,
getting on it.
you
I
gotta
heard
watch
it's
it.
super sad.
It's super sad, but dude,
So good.
he got super jacked. It's
Okay.
super
Oh yeah,
sad,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he's super jacked, bro.
Yeah, he went Super Saiyan. Hey,
Dude, he went
Zac
Super
Efron is
Saiyan,
Super
bro.
Saiyan, dude. He got that monster jaw.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so like these guys, they're called are they dusters? What do they call themselves? These the bad guys? Fill
I
me
think
in here.
they're
That's what they were like. They're like foot soldiers. They're
yeah. They're
like the Ninja Turtle Foot Clan. You know what I'm saying?
they're
They
like Foot Clan soldiers. So they're like the pawns, I guess, for the baddie.
yeah,
Because
or
the
like
big
you
bad
could
guy that we see they're fighting is like a lion type
yeah,
character.
which is hilarious,
Yeah.
dude. They're like, but I would equate them to like the minions
Yeah.
for Gru, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're like just the pawns, the yeah, the underlings.
The underlings, yeah.
Oh, dude, I love the way they're drawn, man. Like those little masks, or I guess it's their actual face when they're that form or whatever. I don't know, but
Yeah.
like the way they look, they kind of almost have this MF Doom thing about them, their faces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a little
Yeah, yeah.
like they're pieces of their face. It's like a skull almost
Yeah.
on a mask.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, so far everything I've loved about it is the way it's all like the way it all looks
Yeah, the way it's drawn, the
and
way it looks.
the way it looks, the way it's drawn, and they're in the middle of this crazy battle, and oh, this guy, the big baddie's like, he's like he's a lion or a tiger.
Yeah.
Is he a tiger?
I think it's a lion because it looks like he's got the mane, like the lion's
Yeah,
mane.
and we find out later a little bit
Yeah.
more about that. But his big bad move, like they're going at it, and his big bad move is to turn into a truck.
Yeah.
he re- he reverse.
Transformer.
He's a reverse transformer. Like his final form is a truck, like a mini
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
One of them like go-kart looking Toyota trucks.
Yeah, the little flatbed trucks.
And he puts it to him too, by the way.
Yeah.
It works. Like he like runs them
So
all.
good.
He runs over all five. Is it five? Five? All five of the Power Rangers
This is
down.
it. It is so WWD at this point. Like it's so wrestling.
It really is wrestling. So I'm confused though. I'm watching it. I'm like, what is happening? You know, because they're fighting a bad. They're fighting. It's the good guys against the bad guys.
Yeah.
But there's an audience there. Like there's a whole crowd. They're like in a coliseum,
Yeah.
and I'm like, is this an actual threat or like? Because how are they? How is this threat being contained inside the stadium? Is the world really in danger? What's happening?
Yeah.
And then these guys get blown up and end up in some lair. Is it Superman's lair? Superman's lair.
It's like
Underground somewhere?
Superman or Batman's lair. What is somebody's
Yeah,
lair?
they're in a cave. They're in a cave.
I don't know.
And
Sinjin Wu might be down there fighting
yeah,
goblins.
yeah, that's probably where they're making goblins.
Yeah.
These guys are able to like transform into things. They're like destined to. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get it out there. Like
Yeah.
are they from outer space? What happened?
So, like plot wise, they're like the evil army of villainous army of evil that came to Earth
Uh-huh.
to invade. But the Divine Dragon Rangers, they like came in and defeated them. But that's where we get the kind of reverse side where we figure out that like everything's not all as it seems because they basically capture them and are like forcing them to like put on this
Have
act, put
these
on display.
this
It's
the
like
Sunday
gladiator
showdown?
stuff almost, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
going
yeah.
back to the Roman time gladiator
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I didn't
Like,
even think about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
like they're going
they're
back and just
down
having these shows and coliseums, and they're basically
for
using them
entertainment.
as like for entertainment purposes, like and keeping
Yeah,
them
yeah,
as
yeah.
slaves because they want to. The Rangers themselves are in fact the bad guys because they're keeping them to like for their ego. Like it's all egotistical stuff with the Rangers.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
looks like. And I was trying to figure this out because I got a lot of questions. Actually, I think I only have questions. I got one. Everything I wrote down has a question mark behind it. So all I have is questions. One, the alphabet. The American alphabet, they're all like all these bad guys, the dusters, quote
yeah,
unquote, the dusters, the foot soldiers, they're all
yeah,
like fighter A,
yeah.
fighter
Fighter
B,
B, D,
Fighter
C.
D, Fighter Z, all of
Yeah,
them. But I'm like, and you hear them say it because it's only in the sub, and I'm like,
yeah,
do they? That's the American alphabet.
yeah.
We're in Japan in this. What's happening?
I guess it's just like I guess the influence between cultures and like
Right,
between Japan and America,
right.
especially with us having like military bases over there, and
Okay, and so
yeah, I
they just know.
they just know like okay, this is the American alphabet. And like I said, they'll have like some like actual English kind of phrases and words
Yeah,
on some point.
it's kind of crazy, dude. Like, cause we don't.
Yeah,
It's not the reverse. It's not the
nah,
reverse for that. I mean, maybe some people pronounce the word
yeah,
croissant. That's
croissant.
about it. That's about it. French fries.
Yeah.
I mean, those
I
are
th
American.
yeah.
We don't have
I think
any
it's
kind
just
of.
also too, since they're more what do you call it? More like serious about their education, so they learn and know more than we do.
Whoa!
It goes that thing
Someone.
too, where like all the other countries like at least know two languages like properly, like can actually
That's
like
true.
speak two
That's true.
languages, versus as America, it's all like you take 4 years of like Spanish and just only know hola.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we know what we're proud about it, and they're
You're
like,
proud about it.
"Hey, speak English." That's what I
We'll
do.
go to the
Speak
Mexican
English.
restaurant, order the English, at the end we'll say gracias. The most
Give
American
me
thing.
Give me a taco.
Taco.
That is very true. Okay, so what else about this show? So they're down there in this lair, and they show like they go back one hour earlier,
Yeah.
and they have to come up with some sort of monsters so that they can present to this fight.
Yeah.
And they're all like, we've done all this. They've had like 1,000 or 999 fights already, or 998
Yeah.
fights already, and they always lose. And Fighter D is done with it. He's
Yeah.
like,
He's like, you know what? Today's the day.
today's the day, and which is I love that reveal too because he's like everybody's gone. They all get destroyed during the middle of the battle, and Fighter D's like, all right, I'm gonna do this by myself. I'm tired of it, and he's like running. Like they show him like superhero run. He's gonna
Yeah.
superhero run, and then they zoom out, and he's like the slowest,
It's like,
most unathletic, and he's like, oh, he's about to feel the real wrath of Red. They
yeah,
just call
Red
him
Ranger.
Red. Red
Red.
Ranger. Yeah, Red goes out there and like puts it to him, but he also gives him some words too. He's like, "Look, you know what it is,"
You know
and
what
then
you know how this goes.
paya, they turn into dust, which is why
Yeah.
they call them dusters. I'm guessing. I don't
I
know.
guess he's over there Thanos snapping him, man. Just turn people into dust.
Yeah, he did. He's got that. Oh, you know what else I also saw that I'm thinking is going to become a bigger deal later. But they had one of the other fighters, Fighter Z or something like that, Fighter M or something, was talking to Fighter D, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Last time we had this fight, there was somebody in the crowd that cheered for me, and it was weird." And
Yeah, I
then,
think it was a kid that was like
yeah, a little kid,
he
he's
was
like,
just
"You
like,
do."
do your best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, someone's got to cheer for bad guys, dude. You know,
I know.
like,
So I mean, we've all seen Wreck-It Ralph, man. We know.
yeah, just because
Not
he's a
every
bad
bad yeah,
guy."
yeah, he's not a bad guy.
He's just a bad
Yeah.
guy.
He's just a
He's just,
bad
or
guy.
he's not.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
Guy. Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah. So I'm confused by some of it. Fighter D. They all get defeated. They're down in the lair. By the way, no furniture, no restroom,
Nothing.
no TV. What do they do? They do have a blackboard. They got a
Yeah.
whiteboard that they could write stuff on. They got nothing down there. I'm like, how are
Yeah,
these guys
nothing.
living down there? Nothing. Like shadow puppet. I guess maybe one of them could transform into like a TV or a video game system. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
guess I just wait for the tiger to transform into a truck and just drive it around down
yeah,
there.
they could turn it. I guess, yeah. I guess if you could turn into anything,
Yeah, they
you
just
got
have so
endless.
many remakes of all the Fast and the Furious. That's probably where they get it. They're the writers for those movies.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it only makes sense because this
Dude.
show is ridiculous. That
Yeah.
movie is ridiculous. But he's the guy that we saw earlier with those other friends. Fighter D was out there with
Yeah.
these people, and he's now like saying he didn't want it. He was thinking about it. One of his friends is like, "Let's do this. Let's become one of the recruits into the
Yeah.
Dragon Force." And he's like, "Nah, forget about it." And then now at the end of it, he's like, "You know what? I am gonna do it because I think he wants to
Yeah.
take him down from the
From
inside."
the inside out. Man. You gotta
Is
do
that
like
what
a
that's?
virus.
Yeah, he's going undercover, right?
Undercover. Yeah.
So who are these other people, and how does he know them? I guess, and why isn't any? Is he the only one sneaking out of the lair? I got all kinds of questions, man.
All crazy stuff.
Okay, but before we finish it up, though, that behind the scenes at the end when the credits roll, I don't know if it's behind the scenes. They just show like they have like a little animation, and they show like the show that we just watched.
It's like the frames, like them framing it, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like
The
animated
storyboard.
and stuff like that. Yeah, storyboarding.
Yeah, but then they show like from storyboard to like rough drawing to
Yeah.
more, and then they show
It's
like the
like
end product.
yeah, it's like the whole process. They're showing us how like, hey, this
Dude,
is like how this is what it takes to make an anime almost.
it's legit crisp, bro.
Dude,
I,
so
I,
clean.
okay, well, I will tell you, I'm continuing to watch, and I don't know if I want to like just if I want to give the anime away. That I am continued to watch, and I had heard some stuff about like this one production company is doing this one anime, and the anime gets like less and less, like it's not as good, and the drawings get
Yeah.
worse and worse as it
Yeah.
continues. I don't want to put the name on blast because people are gonna be like, "How dare you? You don't know anything about anime anyway."
How dare.
But anyways, I was
Yeah.
watching it, dude, and they were like, I was trying to find a spot where they had actually animated anything
Yeah.
because it was just it was all still pictures. It was like
Yeah.
we saw them on a bench, and all we saw was their back, and they're
Yeah.
talking to each other, nothing moving, and then there's a book there. It's
Yeah.
just a drawing,
Yeah.
somebody talking over it, just
no
Hey,
animation.
that's when the budget's getting tighter and you only got so much time. It's crunch
Yeah.
time right now, so you gotta just make it what you can.
I never noticed that. I never noticed how like how much you can get away. I mean, I wouldn't like disappointed by it,
Yeah.
but I just like noticed it for the first time. I'm like,
Yeah, it
oh
would it's
snap.
something you wouldn't have noticed unless somebody told
Yeah, like,
you.
hey, look, they haven't animated a thing for like a
Yeah.
good solid like 5 to 6 minutes, where it's
Yeah.
just like it's just a picture and they could just move that picture across the
Mhm.
frame and make it look like it's moving, but it's not
Yeah.
moving. It's a bunch of it looks like a lot of little shortcuts and
Yeah.
tricks. But I don't feel like this is happening on this show. It feels
Yeah.
like it's actually like everything, every frame, there's something moving
Going
or
on, yeah.
someone talking, and we actually see them interact and stuff, which adds a little bit of richness to it, I think.
I do the after credit, the
Hmm.
little short clip where it's them as the little dolls.
Oh, dude,
And
I
it's
forgot about
just
the.
like
Okay, so
Samos Bebe.
I didn't see it the first time. I watched it, like I just watched it really quick
Yeah.
and then, and I didn't see that part of it. But then I came back and watched it and I was like, they're like little claymation characters,
Yeah. It's
like
so
but
cool.
chibi style.
Yeah, dude, it's
Oh,
so
dude,
cool.
it looks so good. And then also there's like a little kid too that's like cheering for the bad guys, but he's
Yeah.
holding like a little stuffed
Yeah,
animal
he's
bad
got
guy.
like the bad guy, like I
He's got
guess
the fighter
the
D.
fighter, yeah.
Yeah,
Little
like a little
doll or
duck.
whatever
I go,
collection
dude,
thing.
I
Yeah.
want one of those. I want one of those. Yeah, I don't know if it exists, but you see something out there, you go,
It's got it.
oh, I got that. I gotta
So,
have
so
that.
yeah, gotta have it. I need it.
I need it. I need that mask that these fighters are wearing, the
Yeah.
Duster guys. I love that, and I want one of those little toys, and maybe even one of those little claymation guys.
Just have
Dude,
it on the desk.
so good.
So
It's
good.
all right. Let's see here. Let me look at my notes. Let's see here. Thwarted by a transforming go-kart. I wrote that down. uh, let's see here. Is that Super Saiyan Man? I wrote that down. Let's see here. I've seen this character on Super Smash Brothers. There's like a lion on there, or tiger thing. I've seen that. That's about it, Joe Angel. All right. Now you tell me, Joe Angel, why the heck does this not have a dub? Because, I mean, not like I know, I gotta have it. I do gotta have
Yeah.
it. But also, this show seems so good
Yeah.
that you would think that somebody be all over it. Like, oh, we gotta get this into American markets.
So you're actually cross-reference this. You're getting a dub in about from the time this recording in about 2 or 3 weeks. You'll have a dub.
Oh,
It's coming
huh.
out June 12th.
Is
Is when the
this
dubs.
a really new show?
Yeah, it is. It came
Okay.
out this year.
Yo, hey, you hit me with all kinds of new shows, Joey.
All
This is like
kinds of
the
new shit.
third
It's
third or fourth.
hey, new year, new anime, baby.
And
That's what it
oh
is.
snap! New year,
Yeah,
new us. New
yeah,
year,
new
new
us,
us. You know what I'm saying?
new us. So to get back into the start of everything, this started off as a manga. Going back
Mm-hmm.
old school manga, and it was created. So the story and the art for the manga was written by Neji Haruba. So that is the creator for Go Go Loser Ranger. There, so the Rangers in there, the Divine Dragon Rangers are called Ryujin Sentai Dorogan Kipa, which is just
Mm-hmm.
Divine Dragon Rangers in Japanese. And so the manga came out in February of 2021. So that came out in Kodansha's Weekly Shonen Magazine. So that is still ongoing. So as of right now, as far as like volume rise goes for the manga, there's about Japan there's 14 volume books, but in America there's only 11 because that's just how much they got translated so far.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
so by the time this episode comes out, there will be 8 episodes. So
Right now,
so right now, while we're
there's
recording right now,
seven.
there's 7. When this comes out, there will be 8.
That's wild to me because like when I saw these characters like for the first time, I felt like I've seen them before, and maybe that's just
Yeah,
the like the familiar. Maybe it's supposed to be familiar because I mean these
yeah,
guys do look like Red Rangers and
yeah,
Blue. The Yellow Ranger. They all look like Power Rangers, like I've seen them before,
yeah,
and. But these bad guys, the Duster guys, I'm like, I feel like I've seen them. They seem so familiar, so it made me
yeah,
think, oh yeah, okay, I've seen this before, but
yeah.
I guess I haven't, and they just
Yeah, well, this is basically it's just like a parody of the Power Rangers. So
yeah.
it's a parody of what's called Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, which are like the superhero kind of versions of the shows. And so, like the Red Ranger and all that, all those tropes are from Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. And so, basically, Super Sentai is the original Power Rangers because Power Rangers are originated from Japan with Sentai. And so the first Sentai series that came out was Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, and that came
Hmm.
out back in 1975 and ran all the way
Yeah,
till 1977. So that was like the
back in.
first iteration of the Sentai Power Ranger type stuff in
Okay,
Japan.
hold on. So go back to for me. Okay,
Yeah,
so when this I had heard this, I don't know if it you could maybe you could tell me. So the
yeah,
Power Rangers that was in America,
yeah.
somebody had told me those Power Rangers were it's just all the action from the Japanese show, a Japanese show, and they took the animation and they just like or not the animation, those like
Fight
fight
scenes.
scenes and all that stuff, and they just put these other kids. They put Billy in there. They put
Yeah.
and they put it in, made it in America. Is that what Super Sentai is? Just
Yes,
dubbed over and all that?
so the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the
Mm-hmm.
first, the original one when it came out, that is actually based off the Kyoto Sentai Z Ranger, and that was basically the Dinosaur Task Force Beast Ranger Sentai version that was out at the time in Japan. So that version got picked up and cultivated and translated into the American version, which is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was the first version for us. And so all the fight scenes that you see mainly are from the Sentai series. So that's a key thing. So like in the American versions, the Rangers were Billy, Zach, Jason, Kimberly, and Trini. And so Trini was the Yellow Ranger, Zach was the Black Ranger, Billy was the blue one, Jason was the red one, Kimberly was the pink one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So a key difference in the Sentai version of the Power Rangers versus the American version was that the Yellow Ranger was a guy in the Sentai version. So that's
Oh.
why, like in the American show, even though Kimberly and Trina are both girls, Kimberly's the only one with the skirt because in the Japanese version, the Yellow Ranger was a guy. And so in order to like, I guess, just not have to change too much, they
Mm-hmm.
just like kept the suit kind of the same for Trini.
Oh snap!
As
I gotta go
yeah.
back. I wonder if the guy is like super buff, and then they cut back to her. She is tiny. Never
Yeah.
noticed. She's like a buck 05, and the
Oh yeah.
Yellow Ranger like is a straight up beast. Like
Yeah.
oh snap!
But yeah, so all this stems from like the Super Sentai Kamen Rider type stuff, which Kamen Rider 2 is just like another superhero type show. That one's more of like they will be like on motorcycles or their like suits are like kind of like based off insects and type stuff. And
Hmm.
so I'm pretty sure you've seen them. You've probably seen them around if you've seen it. But they have like the crazy belt buckles or morphers or whatever that they'll
Hmm.
transform and stuff like that. But the Go Go Loser Ranger is really just like a parody of like all the old tropes and the Super Sentai and all that stuff. And so in the history of the show, in the show is that the evil forces, the Dusters, and all that came to Earth to invade, but they lost. But the Rangers are just there, kind of keeping them as like egotistical thing. And so, as like I said, it's still ongoing, so it's still new because the anime came out last month in April, and so
Wow.
like I said, it's still pretty new, and we still got a lot to go with anime and with the manga. All that stuff is still going on, but you will like so if you ever seen Power Rangers or Kamen Rider or anything like that, you'll see all the tropes and notice all the tropes in the show from it.
Yeah. Okay. So like they're basing. It seems okay. This follow me here and try to make sense of what I'm about to say here. Super Sentai made up in Japan, old school.
Old
Then
school.
they continue the show. The show is continues on into the 90s, and then America picks up what they're doing. They ship it over somehow. I guess with who is it, Bandai maybe, and they make it into an American show. Then years later, this gets picked back up, and this show is created as like, but with influences of the
Yeah.
American Power Rangers. Does it feel like is that what I'm kind of getting to? Like they're kind of like because the Go Go Power Rangers is like we knew it as an American thing to
Yeah.
Go Go Power
The
Rangers.
Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm like, was that a Japanese thing? Was it just translated, or was that an American thing that we like? Hey, like let's
So the
call it.
music for the Power Rangers were like that was done in America.
Mm-hmm.
But the Power Rangers and the Sentai and Kamen Rider, all that stuff is still going on. So there's
Oh
still
wow.
like different variations of the Power Rangers, of the Sentais, of Kamen Rider. I think the latest one, I think it has to do with, I think, like the star constellations. I think that's what the latest one. I'm trying to remember. I kept up with like the American versions of stuff because they started doing a thing. I think in like the early 2000s or 2010s, where they would have like Power Rangers and then Super Power, and then they would add Super, like it was Power Rangers Mega Force, and then Power Rangers Super Mega Force. In the American version, that was like the same. They kept the same actors to make it seem like the same thing, like a season
Mm-hmm.
two or a part two. But in
Mm-hmm.
actuality, it was two different Sentai shows. So it's two different sets of Sentai Rangers in Japan, but it was like a two-season singular version in America. And so it's just like all the stuff that's still going on. This is just like another, think of it like another variation of it, but
Yeah.
animated. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go Go Loser Ranger.
Go, go.
Is Fighter D gonna be our Loser Ranger?
Maybe, man. We
Is that
gotta
who we're
see.
talking about? It's gotta be. He's
Gotta
gotta be
be.
the guy because he doesn't seem very formidable. I mean, he got whooped up by Red Ranger, but if he could go in and like get
Yeah.
some training with his powers
Yeah.
combined, I think they could do it.
Hey, he could be like Kafka from Kaiju #8.
Kaiju number 8,
Him
just
and him and
very
Kafka are in the same boat, man. They're
slow, just a weakling,
Eagle-
weakling, and just power up. So you say there's 7 episodes. Have you watched all 7?
not yet. I need to
Not
watch
yet. Okay,
the
okay,
last two or the latest
okay.
two.
If they're gonna take 13 weeks to dub it, am I only gonna wait? Am I gonna wait 13? Wait, what'd you say? 3 weeks?
Three.
3 weeks? It feels like
Yeah.
13 weeks.
It was like
3 weeks, and what am I gonna get a dub of just one of them? Is it gonna take like, or do you think
I
they
don't know.
drop?
I don't know if they're gonna do it all simultaneously or
r-
just like one episode and stuff. Because the 12th is on a Wednesday. And so
Okay,
I'm
we'll see.
guessing we'll see. I'm guessing they'll probably do maybe up to 6 or up to 7 or maybe all of them. Who knows? Maybe that might
All
catch
right.
up.
You know what? We'll have to come back to it because I'm gonna
Yeah.
want to watch it in the dub because
Ooh,
I legit
yeah.
like this show. I legit like
Yeah,
this
it's
show.
good.
What else you got for me? I like the music. The
Music, yeah,
music is
music's pretty
fun.
good. Yeah.
I think it's
Uh
really well produced. Like it's everything, we talk about how it's drawn and the background and whoever's doing this, the production company that's animating all this stuff, they're top notch. Like it is crisp, it's clean. Even when there's
yeah.
shots of like the audience looking, like they're all moving a little bit and they're all like everybody's kind of hand drawn a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
it's like
you
it
can tell the
seems like they
attention to
didn't
detail.
like yeah, they kept attention. Like they didn't like spare any kind of like or like take an easy way on some stuff. It looks
No cutting
pretty
corners.
yeah, it looks pretty crisp all the way around.
There's a part where like one of them, I think maybe Fighter D or somebody gets like knocked into the ground and he goes flipping through the dirt and dust. But if you
Yeah.
look really quickly, it almost looks like there's like it's almost photographic the dirt and the dust, like the rocks and stuff underneath
Yeah.
him that he's falling across. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh snap, that's like a. It's not that's not like just a hand drawn little image, but it happened so quickly that I was like, I'm not exactly sure, but it looks really crisp. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
clean, dude. That's like really clean. And for
Super
like
clean.
a short little snippet. By the way, the other thing too is nothing really, not nothing. The not a whole lot happens in this first episode. Like we're in the stadium. There's a
Yeah.
fight. We see the behind the scenes. They give us a little bit of exposition, like they came down, they were defeated. Now they're indentured
Yeah.
servants, and then Fighter D wants to become a fighter for the Dragon Force. Like,
Yeah.
and that's all that really happened. It's like it's not real convoluted. It's very like short, simple, clean. There's nothing
Yeah, it's like
too
just like a setup type, hey, this is
yeah.
this is like the main focus of the show almost type thing.
Yeah, they don't want to bring anything else into it. It's very lean in that way. What else you got for me, Joe and Joe? Give me some more facts, bro.
More facts. So, in the world, our world,
Our world.
Earth
Yeah, here we
2024,
are. This is where we are. I live here, baby.
this show is available on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
But in
Yo, hey,
America, It's only on Hulu.
You know, hey, actually, by the way, I was scrolling through Disney Plus and they have all kinds of anime on it. Did you
Yeah,
notice this?
I
Is
noticed
this
that the other day.
is that new?
I think it has to do with Disney's acquisition of Fox, I think. Because
Okay.
Disney has just been buying stuff left and right.
Dude,
So
they're gonna
crazy.
buy Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Well, I think also too, is since they got that bundle coming out with, was it Disney Plus, Hulu, and I think it was something else.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking it's stemming from that too, since they're doing that bundle. That they're like, I'm assuming that since they're doing the bundle, they're just like, we'll do this bundle with you, but you got to give us all your stuff. And so like
I
this is
guess.
just like that shady deal. Like, hey, this is if you want to survive, this is what we need from you. And
Oh,
so,
interesting. Well, yeah, because Hulu, Disney owns Hulu.
yeah,
Hulu has anime, but will Disney have different animes than from Hulu?
I don't know.
I
I
gotta go.
mean,
I gotta look.
they got the Deadpool movies. It's like
What else you need,
thinking
Disney?
Disney's
What?
got everything, man.
Yeah, what else do you
They
need?
want the world.
They really do. I also saw another thing too, and I guess this is a recent thing, and I think maybe you told me this, but Crunchyroll, did they buy out Funimation or like purchase or something like that? Because
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
yeah.
first.
They bought like Funimation.
How long ago was this? Because I just recently saw the Crunchyroll logo, and then right next
Uh,
to it said like
I
Funimation next
think
to
it
it, and I
was
was
the
like,
big somewhere around the beginning of this year.
okay, so
That's
this
when
is
it
a
happened.
recent thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then, yeah, I mean, when you told me this was, I mean, actually, I was looking for the, and think you didn't have to, but you did it. You told me to show that we watch it, and then you put in
Yeah.
there in little, in parentheses,
Parentheses,
on,
where to
on
find
Hulu.
it.
He said, it's even said it on there, on Hulu. And then I
Yeah.
go looking for it on Crunchyroll. I was like, freaking Joe Angel. And then I look at my text message. I was like, freaking Sal.
Freaking-
Learn to read, bro.
Learn to
Learn
read.
to read.
Oh man. Yeah, it's weird because if you go to the actual Crunchyroll website and you go to the store, you can buy the manga volumes of Go Ranger, but you can't watch it on Crunchyroll, which is weird.
That is weird. I mean, maybe when they get that dub, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when they get
Man,
get that dub,
get
son.
that dub, son. I will say one thing. I don't think Edna from The Incredibles will like their costumes because they all have capes.
They are. Hopefully they work that in. Hopefully,
Yeah,
you know,
hopefully.
if Fighter D can figure out how to get them close to a jet engine
The
or a
jet, the
fan,
jet.
they're done, son.
Done, son. Guys, all we need is a fan. We just
I
need a
like
giant fan.
the in place of capes, the dusters, the foot soldiers have the
Oh yeah,
biggest
the
scarf.
biggest scarves
Just
ever.
big old white scarves around their neck. I'm like, that can't be. That looks so hot. It like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's not practical. It's not practical.
not practical at all.
Why are we covering our neck with like the softest fabric we could
I
find?
mean, because
Something.
they're not even using it to like cover their face when the dirt's flying in there. It's just
No,
like,
no, yeah, yeah. It's a choking hazard. Someone's gonna grab that
yes,
thing from
yeah.
behind.
Choke him out.
Yeah, I mean, something else to be thrown by. Okay, if I learn anything from watching movies and TV, and don't have loose clothing, you can get thrown by it.
Get thrown by it. Well, speaking of thrown, let's throw in some guac talk real quick.
Let's walk talk this bad boy. Man, this show, I mean, it didn't catch me completely by surprise because it's May Monster Madness, of course.
Hmm.
Isn't that right? So we got a little. Is it
Actually,
May
I think
Monster
this is gonna
Madness?
be June.
Dang it, Joey!
Just
Cut it out.
by the skin of the
All right,
teeth.
cut it out. You know what? All right, ready? And
And go.
so, anyways, let's guac talk this. The synopsis. I did read the synopsis because it was so short, and it just kind of like it didn't give me anything. Like I had no idea what I was in for. But when it starts, like the Red Ranger has his hand, and we see his hand kind of like do this, like it's right up on the screen, right up on the camera, and he like it zooms in and it follows the hand down, and then we
Yeah,
see
it
dude,
gives like a 3D aspect, like
yeah,
a
it was.
CGI, like a real quick CGI back into regular animation.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like that's what I think that they're doing something special here. Like we're not I want to know how I want to see the rest of the behind the scenes because it's a little different from the other animes we've seen. I feel like they're doing something
Yeah.
special here, and it looks so cool. Yeah, they do that. They do that a couple times. There's even a part where they're in the subway, I think, or in the subway station or somewhere in the mall or something like that. And these three characters are talking to each other, Fighter D and the two other friends. And they make it look like the camera is kind of panning around them, like a little bit of a kind of around them. All that
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say,
like a 360 view
yeah,
type
like a
thing.
360 kind of, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, dude, this is like once again another little different kind of like move or take that I've
yeah.
never seen in an anime I've watched so far.
It's like they're creating a shot as if they're actually filming it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. And because of that, I like this
It-
show. I like this
oh
show a
yeah,
lot.
Chris.
I mean, if I were gonna give it some sort of rating, I mean, like it's doing everything I like. It has minimal exposition, the end. It's drawn super crisp, super well. It's fun. There were explosions.
Need
Need it.
explosions. Gotta have
Got
it. If it's
gotta
Power
have
Rangers,
it.
you gotta have it.
You gotta have
It's not
explosions.
Power Rangers without it.
Yeah. I love the way that the way they've imagined these characters, the way they look. Like I like the foot soldiers, the way they look, and I like the way the Power Rangers look. It just and it wasn't convoluted. It was just like a straight line. It was real easy for me to follow, and especially because I'm watching it in the sub, I'm like,
Yeah.
if it was any more complicated, to be like, what's happening, Joe Angel?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm over here. I'm like, I'm back in the '90s reading the
Yeah.
newspaper. Like,
The favorite.
what's
What?
happening in the world? This is current events over here. I'm too.
Is this a silent picture?
But if I were to give it from like one Power Ranger to five Power Rangers, I'm gonna give this a five, dude. Like it's
Five.
legit good. I really like this show. And hey, and because it's new to you, what do you rate this? I mean, you're further down the
I
way. I mean,
rate this a five. Yeah.
yeah,
It's like I
give it a
said,
five.
I grew up on Power Rangers, so it's like seeing all those like tropes from the Power Rangers in an anime, which is something I've always kind of wanted. I always wanted like another anime, Power Rangers type anime, which I mean there are some like with Voltron and some of the other stuff, but this is
Hmm.
like an actual like Power Ranger type
Straight up.
straight up show, and it's just something like I'm really getting into and hoping it stays good.
So another real quick question: is it technically in the Power Ranger universe? This is not gonna be like,
Well, that's the
you know,
thing too with like
because it's
it's
just out
so
there.
hard because even with Power Rangers, even with the Sentai stuff, they have done like crossovers.
Hmm.
Like there's one for the American Power Rangers called Forever Red, and that's
Hmm.
like all the Red Rangers from the past and stuff like that. So it's like seems like it's all in the same
Universe.
like universe or timeline or time frame. But it's so
Uh-huh.
weird because it's like, do they
Like,
know about the other Rangers? Do they
yeah.
not know?
But
Like,
and the other thing I was wondering, just in general, is like, is this some sort of like, I mean, how did they? If it's not, if they didn't get the okay from the people who actually own the Power Rangers, or like, if they're, or if they got to get like approval or permission to use the likeness of the Power Rangers,
yeah,
then they're just kind of doing this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not they don't call them the Power Rangers. They call them the
nah,
Dragon
drag
something team, Divine Dragon,
Divine Dragon Rangers. Yeah,
Dragon Rangers. So they're technically not Power Rangers. They look like
yeah,
them. So I'm just like, you know what? I mean, you know how hard some of these guys hold tight to their IP, like George
yeah,
Lucas.
yeah.
He's not gonna just let anybody just make anything about Star Wars, without going through him. I
Yeah.
would think the same thing for this.
For
So maybe
this,
it's just Power Rangers adjacent or something like that.
maybe.
I don't know.
Like I said, it's since it is that inversion where it does have like the flip.
Hmm.
And I think since it's mainly following the foot soldiers,
Yeah.
I think if it was that type of thing where they had to get permission but didn't, they could use that like, well, we're not
As a
focusing on them, we're focusing on this guy, like
Yeah, yeah. So the show
type
is
thing.
about
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
it's
see that.
it's Vanilla Ice all over again, man.
Yeah. It's dun
Dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun.
dun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Will, real quick before we go off, what was the main reason for your your five ranger rating?
All right, let me break it down to like maybe two things
Yeah,
because we've talked long enough.
yeah,
I like the levity. The comedy is funny. It's like it's it's well done. It's not overly like goofy or silly. There's actual like levity to it that I really can hold on to a little bit. It's so that's makes it fun. And I also love the way it looks. It makes me think, and here's the thing, like in just the way that it's animated makes me feel like they are paying attention to this show. You know, it's for me it's like
Yeah.
you go to a restaurant. You go to a Mexican restaurant, right? If the tortilla is good, the chip is good,
Yeah.
or if the beans and rice are good, Joey,
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
else is gonna be
That's
great. You know what I'm
good.
saying? Like
Yeah.
everything else is gonna be good. So you know what? Give me some good animation and give me some good, you know, a little bit of
Yeah.
comedy, and I think everything else is gonna be good. Like the storyline should be
Yeah.
good. You know, like everything else is being paid attention to because they're paying attention to this one thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's gonna be James Cameron, and we're doing the Avatar movies,
The
and all we
Avatar
care
movie.
about
Yeah.
about the way it looks, and,
The way it
and
looks.
forget about the writing. We ain't got time for
Yeah,
it.
buddy. We got time for that.
Who's got a story? Anybody? Anybody got a
Yeah.
story? All right, we'll just put it over the
Just
top.
as actors, just talk, just say whatever.
Just make it up as you go. So we'll see. That's to be said. But I tell you
Yeah.
this much: I'm definitely gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna be looking forward to how good it looks, and if it makes me laugh.
Boom.
Boom.
There you got it, guys. That is it. That is our episode. That is Go Go Losing Ranger. Down in the comments, let us know what your favorite Power Ranger variation ever existed. Whether it be the Rangers or whether it be the Sentai stuff, so if you like the Japanese stuff. And also let us know what your favorite Megazord is, because one thing about Prime Rangers was the Megazord.
I also and let us know what Ranger you were when you were younger too.
Yeah, let us know who you were. You can't say green. Everybody says green. Everybody says green and white. Don't be
Green and
that
white. Be better. Be better.
Be better. All right, guys. And speaking of 5-star Rangers, give us those 5 stars, guys, because that's what we need to help grow this show. 5 stars. There's 5 Rangers. There's 5 stars. Actually, there's usually like 6 or 7 right now.
Give us all
But
the stars.
give
All
us
the
all the
stars.
stars you can. If you can't give us 6, give us 6. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Meatpod, where we post clips of our episodes and keep help you stay in the loop about stuff we got going on, like with there's movies and stuff like that. You can also leave comments on there too. Let us know if there's any other animes you want us to watch, whether it's new, whether it's older. If there's movies, let us know. Hey, we got this movie you want to watch, and also be sure to share this with your friends who you're trying to get anime, because that's what this podcast is about: is teaching people how to love anime, showing them what anime is about. You know,
Gio.
teaching how to love. And with that, we will see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.